Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Brittany. So today I'm making this video cause I don't know, I feel like there should be more asexual videos or like things that you should know about asexuality. So this is just me explaining some misconceptions. You might find it on other videos. This is just some things that are like very common. So if you have watched one of these videos, this is gonna be kind of like repetitive, but I don't think you have, since like I don't know, I don't think that many people watch asexual videos. But if you're new, then hi, I'm Brittany. I'm omniromantic asexual, and this is Asexual Misconceptions. So if this is your first time hearing about asexuality, this is what it is. So asexuality is when one does not feel sexual attraction or rarely feels it, and there's a lot of things that people just kind of get wrong, and so I'm kind of here to clear that up. So if you hear someone is asexual, don't say these things to them. Okay, so first things first, a lot of people, it's like kind of controversial, but like a lot of people in and out of the LGBT community say that asexuality is not part of the community, which is wrong. I definitely believe as an ace that I am part of the community, and it's not only that, but I'm omniromantic too. But yeah, anyway, so a lot of people say that asexuals aren't part of the community just because they don't like go through repression or aren't hated on, or like don't go through the stuff, like same stuff that gay people do or whatever. But that's actually like pretty not true, like, because a lot of aces do go through repression. A lot of asexuals, let me just start. Okay, so first misconception is that asexuals don't go through oppression. That's the word. A lot of people, because everything is so sexualized, whenever an ace comes out and says that they're asexual and they don't feel sexual attraction, they get like, what's the word, like a lot of people tell them that, you know, they're confused just like any other LGBT plus person, that they're confused, that it's a phase, that they'll grow out of it, and it's not true, because like that's just how you are. A lot of aces don't want to come out because of that, because everything is so sexualized that people would just tell them like, oh, it's a phase, like you just have to wait for the right person, like once you find the right person you'll be into sex, everyone's doing it. But nah, they're also at a risk for corrective rape, which is when the rapist tries to correct someone's orientation. So like I said, like maybe a lot of people and a lot of aces hear this where it's like, oh, you know, you just have to try sex and then you'll like it, or you'll have to like just wait for the right person and then you'll, you know, be into sex and stuff. And they could be at risk for corrective rape. So like the person that tries to fix their sexuality and tries to fix their orientation. And then I'm also pretty sure that I heard like a story about, well, someone told me about it, and they were talking about like, oh, like an asexual person was raped because they were asexual and the person was trying to fix their orientation. Another misconception is that all asexuals were like abused as a kid, or like sexually abused or harassed as a kid, which is very uncommon. Not that many aces are or have been sexually abused as a kid, but even if you were, that doesn't make you any less of an ace. You are still just as valid and belong in this community. Another is that aces are repressing their sexuality, or like repressing their desire for sex, or are just like uncomfortable with it, and that they're like scared of sex or whatever. Which, I mean, like everyone's just kind of cool about sex. Like we aren't really repressing one's sexuality. Like I'm just kind of like chilling. I'm kind of just like here, like just waiting for life to pass by. I'm pretty open about sexuality and sex, and I'm not uncomfortable talking about it. I'm not uncomfortable with like sex jokes and whatever. So yeah, I'm just kind of chilling. Oh, a lot of people also say that you can't be asexual because that's only for plants. And guess what? We're not plants, we're humans. But yeah, you should totally see me during my testes because it's great. A lot of people say that you can't be asexual because you don't self-reproduce, but that's the different type of asexuality that's in biology, and this is humans, because obviously humans can't reproduce by themselves. That would be kind of cool if I could clone myself, although this world does not need another me. Another big one is that it's really believed that asexuals can't love or like love another person, which is definitely not true. A lot of asexuals feel romantic attraction because romantic attraction is different than sexual attraction. I'm omniromantic, but I'm not sexually attracted to people. Like, I just don't see someone and I don't want to like have sex with them or whatever. So yeah, like I just yeah. And then also, like, there are different types of love, you know. There's like romantic love and like the love that you have with like your friends and your family. Some aces are aromantic, so they don't feel romantic attraction towards another person, but they can still feel love, you know. We're not like robots or whatever, because we can still feel love, and aromantic people still feel love too, just not romantic kind, just kind of like the love that you feel for like friends and family. So yeah. Oh, a big one is that we're choosing to be celibate. Like, a lot of people get confused with celibacy and asexuality. So asexuality, not a choice. Celibacy, choice. So celibacy is when you choose to not have sex. It's like you want to have sex, but you're like choosing not to. Whereas being asexual is like you just aren't attracted to people in that way. You're not interested in sex, or you just don't look at someone and want to have sex with them. Like, you're not like dying to have sex with them. So yeah, a lot of aces do have sex, and that's completely fine. Like, that doesn't make you any less asexual. A lot of people, or like a lot of aces, still have sex and enjoy sex and can still get aroused. We can all get aroused because we all have a sex drive, and we can all enjoy sex if we choose to have sex because we all have a sex drive. But I just don't feel the need to have sex. Like, I'm just really, like, I don't really care about that. So yeah, I just kind of like want to get to know a person, which, okay, that sounds really, really cheesy, but I just kind of want to like get to know a person and like get to know them and like get to know their soul and like just hang out with them and like, I don't know, just like get to like know them, you know. Which sounds like really fucking dumb, but yeah, like I'm just kind of into that, like the connection, you know. So yeah, just because we don't feel sexual attraction doesn't mean that we are broken or need to be fixed. It does not mean that it's a phase or that we have a hormone imbalance. Like, we're all good. So, and also a lot of people question aces because if they haven't had sex, then a lot of people question them because it's like, oh, like, how do you know you don't like sex if you haven't even tried it? And you don't need to try it to know that you don't like it. It's like, let me think. Like, when you go to a store and you see like a piece of clothing and you're like, wow, like, that's ugly, or like, you don't like it, like, you don't like it. But how do you know that you don't like it if you haven't tried it on you? You haven't seen how it looks on you. You just know that you don't like that piece of clothing. And in a way, that's like kind of for us too, because we just don't look at someone and want to fuck with them. Like, we're just like, nah, like, I don't want to fuck them. So yeah. And it's just like, just remember, like, if sex without love exists, then why can't love without sex exist? I just feel like everything is so sexualized, and being asexual, like, wow, like, whoa. Like, sorry, I just kind of remember like having, like, just knowing that I was ace but not being able to realize it because I didn't think that I was ace. I was like, nah, like, that can't be me, like, nah. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you learned something about aces, asexuality, and hopefully you don't say that shit to people who are ace because it hurts. So yeah, just thanks for watching. So hopefully stay tuned for my next video. Bye.